What's up, SKS athletes, friends, family, sponsors? Guess what time it is? The rare WOD demo time. So I'll be demonstrating and going over every movement of the SKS rare WOD with gear demo. That's what some would say is the toughest one. That's the one where you can do the non-equipment or the non-gear, but a lot of us are throwing down for the championship rare WOD belt. So I'll go over all this stuff because I want to ensure movement standards. Again, if you cannot do movement in this workout and you're trying to compete, there's no variations. You're disqualified if you cannot, if you do a specific workout wrong and it's not the standard, you're disqualified. It's all on integrity unless you're working with a group. And I'm going to break down each one. So it's rounds for time, AMRAP, which is as many rounds as possible with a time limit. The time limit here is 15 minutes. Then it's a run, and the run standard is a 5K. And then it's an EMOM, every minute on the minute. I'm gonna break down what each of those workouts are. So the first one, and then first of all, highly suggest as you get set up here, you see if I do it in my garage, I got my wife's bar for one thing, another lift, my rower, my jump rope is right there, pink power baby. And so get everything set up and organized, and then highly encouraged to get into a warm-up. I'll do a demo of DeFranco's Agile 8. You can find it on YouTube, and then do some warm-ups of the set lifts of lighter weights. Again, people are going to think, maybe then I won't have as much calories, as much energy is going into the workout, but you actually get more worked out, get your ligaments, your tendons loose, your muscles warmed up, and you can attack it better, and most importantly, safe. I just did the rounds for time to test, right into the AMRAP to test, and then trying to do what I could on the EMOM, but I think it's a good, I think we're right at that sweet spot of getting through it, but also questioning yourself and if you're gonna quit, and that's where we wanna be. All right, so rounds for time is the very first part, and again, rounds for time, AMRAP, run, EMOM spells rare. So there you go, rare. And t-shirts will be set to order here soon as well. So rounds for time. The rep scheme in the first two things, it's 21, 15, and 9. So all you got to remember is 21, 15, 9 repetitions, and then 21 repetitions, 15 repetitions, 9 repetitions, and then it's 5 rounds. So whether you use chalk, whether you use rocks, whatever it takes, but use something to mark your rounds, because you're going to be on the struggle bus. I used rocks. You might be able to see right here, just to see that. Okay. Anyways, so double unders. Again, not to insult anyone's intelligence, but I want to make sure people know what it is. And I'm already cramping up, so let's see if I can even do this. So just get yourself a jump rope. Any jump rope will do. But if you're competing, getting kind of good at jump rope, these speed ropes, you can just lickety split, knock through 21. So and have some room, have some ceiling, because I can't do this in my garage. And however you start your double unders, and just do 21. And then, see, the best place to see is 21 double unders. Then you go into 15 deadlifts. Now the key thing to remember here is 15 deadlifts of your body weight. I think that's the most fair standard we can do for both. So we don't take into account male or female. And I don't care if you're a lifter, I don't care if you're in cardio. If you're a big gym rat, you can lift some heavy weights, but you can't do 5 rounds of 15 reps of your body weight, which is going to be 75 reps total. Step up your game. So, yeah. And then for that high repetition, so I use a weightlifting belt, a safety belt, just because I don't want to strain my back in that. And then I use these, so you can see them. these shin guard pads, just to help with the scrape. Sometimes I take them off though because I want to feel the scrape to wake me up and get me going. So deadlifts, let's see how I can put you. Oh, already cramping. Oh, that's good enough. All right, so you just got done with 21 double unders. Remember, 21, 15, 9. So then you come in to your deadlift and just get on it however you do it. Standard deadlift. Get down, lock out, get tight, and then go. All right, so there'll be some arguments. That's not proper deadlift. You gotta let the weight touch the ground, get set, and lift. We're not power lifting, we're repping it out. So if you can, rather than this, use the bounce if you need the bounce. So you just get done with 15 deadlifts. God, I should have done the demo to warm up. And then, let's see where best you can see me. Remember, just did 21 double unders, 15 deadlifts, and now we're going into shoulder overhead. Okay, so what's the difference between shoulder overhead to push press to strict shoulder press? It's really just get that weight over your shoulders, over your head, and lock out, and just rep it out. So again, that's really standard. Get it over, lock it out, and then get it down. And I'll do some variations here. Hopefully I don't trip on anything. All right, so get down here, and then get to your shoulders. And now if you're just like a brute baby, and you can just boom, boom, then lock it out. Use your legs if you want. Some people might split, jerk. But just make sure you get it locked out. And again, you use your body weight on the deadlift, and now for the shoulder press, you're doing half your body weight. That is the standard. If you can't lift that much for shoulders, you're a no-go at the station. And you have to do 5 rounds. If you only complete, and again, this is for competition. If you're coming in, you just want to throw down, you want to do something, do the best you can. We love, number one thing of this game is advocacy and just getting an army of SKS athletes worldwide to support these kids. But remember one thing, when you're in the suffering, think of these kids. And no matter how much pain you're going through during this workout, it's nothing compared to what these kids live every day. All right, so 5 rounds of rounds for time are done. 21 double unders, 15 deadlifts, 9 shoulder to overhead. And yes, we'll post a flyer, but I got my boy Dan who's GQing it up because I only got a B in art in high school and college. Now we're flowing into an AMRAP. As many rounds as possible. So 15 minutes, and you're doing a 21 cal row of 15 thrusters and 9 toes to bar. God, forgot I had to demo that. All right, so I don't think I have to demo a rower. You find a standard rower, whether that's a Complex 2, there's hydro rowers out there, whatever you can find, whatever you use, or if you've been thinking about buying a rower, and now maybe it's time and it motivates you to do it, then do it. So you do 21 cals, it's 21 calories on the rower. Make sure you're watching the calories, not the meters. As soon as you're done with 21 calories, now you go into 15 thrusters. Gosh dang, I'm sore. So let me demo this. Should have been working on my thrusters, but you still got time. You still got time before the rare WOD. So be training. All right, so we're into 15 thrusters. Just got off the rower. Now you get your bad boy here. And the thruster is, it's kind of like a front squat, and then you just come up into a shoulder press like we just did with shoulder overhead. So you go down, my least favorite work exercise. So again, I didn't build this exercise to cater to my strengths. It's to make us all suffer so we can have unity with our SKS children. All right, so those thrusters, and then, god dang, I forgot. You go into toes to bar. Should have just kept you all there. I guess I should have rehearsed this, but just found a window to demo for you, so I'm gonna demo. And if it's not clean and pretty enough for you all, then you go demo. All right, so toes to bar. Kind of what it sounds like. Get in a hanging pull-up position, and you're hanging, and your toes just gotta get to the bar. And you're doing 9 of those. So again, 21 calories row, 15 thrusters. Sorry, and the weight for your thrusters is half your body weight, so keep it from that rounds per time, half your body weight. And then 9 toes to bar, and you have 15 minutes. Now, the key thing here is, because I want everyone to start trying to program, trying to WOD game this out. How can I do this to win? Every round you complete, there's going to be, it's going to take away from your overall time. So how you score this workout is when you start the very first move in a rounds for time, time starts. And time does not start until you cannot finish one of your EMOMs. So stop the clock, that's your overall time, that's your raw score. Now we're gonna take away, if you knocked out 2 rounds in rounds for time, I'm still doing the math on how much to take away. Then that's going to take away some of your overall time, and then we'll get into the EMOM pretty soon, but every minute complete on the EMOM is going to be more than a minute, but taking off your overall time. So raw score, then you do the math, and that's your final time. Lowest time wins, and it pays to work on this stuff, because one year I had some people beat me in the raw score, and then they got tiny heart syndrome on the EMOM, and I just kept going, and that's how I won. And those people know who they are now, and I know they're coming for the title this year. So it's good. It's all love, all competition. So we did the rounds for time. We just did 15 minutes of as many rounds as possible, the AMRAP. And now you're going to do a 5K run. And you're not disqualified if you're sucking, you're gonna be sucking, and you start walking, you're just power walking. Like whatever it takes. Run, walk, crawl, whatever, to get through that run. Again, always thinking of our SKS kids, because they're trying to crawl, they're trying to walk every day, they're trying to talk, they're trying to get, and they keep trying every day. So you remember that during the run, because during the run, in this workout, after doing a couple years, you're gonna question if you can complete it. Yeah, so just remember that. All right, and then lastly, shoot, let me make some room here real quick to demonstrate the EMOM. 1 second. Going away. All right, we'll get you in the best position here. So EMOM, every minute on the minute, and so for every minute you have to do the 3 movements. That is 4 hand release push-ups, 8 air squats, and 4 bar facing burpees. And you have to get over the bar for that burpee. You have to face the bar for that burpee. It adds in more time, more technique. As you get tired, your foot's gonna hit the bar, you're gonna slam your face on the floor. I'm just kidding, but you might trip. All right, so let's see. That's probably good enough. All right, so got the bar here. I'm not gonna give you all my techniques here, but all right, so you're looking at the clock. Minute starts. You got to do 4 hand release push-ups. Now I know all my army people will be like, "Oh, this is a hand release push-up." No, that's an ACFT push-up. Hand release push-up is just get down on the ground, chest on the ground, and get your hands off the ground. Just lose contact with it and make contact back forward. But you have to be completely off. You can't just kind of be like this. And that's to set a standard for push-ups. So we're not doing these field grade push-ups and you're knocking out 4 so fast. So go down, timer starts, and you're gonna knock out 4. 4. You can kind of come right back up into air squat position and knock out 8. That minute's still going. See if I have enough room. And then bar facing burpees. Now, you don't got to be super rigid to do this because you're going to be smoked. You kind of slug down whatever it takes. You get down for burpee, come back up. You got to face the bar again. And now you've done all that in under a minute. You live to survive for the next minute, and so whatever seconds remain in that minute, you use it for recovery. You can't start back into your next round until that next minute. Every minute on the minute. And man, I'm already smoked just doing that. But this is where you make up to chip away at your time as well. So every round, every minute you are able to complete here, you might take away 3. I'm trying to think if it's gonna be 3 or 4 minutes. Still testing it, but it's gonna help you. Promise you. Yeah, that's the rare WOD. So again, spells out rare, which is rounds per time, AMRAP, run a 5K, and an EMOM. And then I wish you could see, but the back of your T-shirt, when you complete this and you get to walk around all cool, it says rare down your spine. It spells it all out. And rep your T-shirt. Tell people. I get questioned all the time. Hey, what is that? And then you get to talk about what SKS is and this, and start recruiting some more athletes. So, trying to think what else. Went over equipment. Went over standards. And that's for the rare WOD gear. Start practicing now. Start training now. And it's okay if you think you can't complete it every year before I go to bed on this workout. I'm super excited now, but when it's about to go 24 hours out, I don't eat much. I'm pretty nervous. The morning of, when I'm getting close to start dry heaving, sometimes I puke. And I really question, like, I don't want to do this. And then I just think of the kids and tell myself to shut up. And when you're done with the workout, you're like, man, it was great. And go get some beer and pizza. So, yes, that's it. We'll post the flyer. I know it went over a lot. But I want to give you a visual. I wanted to give you an audio on this. And yeah, and please asking for any volunteers who want to demo the SKS Rare WOD No Gear. I can go over it with you, but I think it's important to highlight some other SKS athletes, people who volunteer in this fight, and it's not just the me show. So appreciate you all. Love all y'all. All love and respect. But when it comes to game day on this thing, I'm taking all your souls. So that's just how it is. Competition is glorious. Yeah. All right. Have a blessed day.